In the heart of the dense, eerie forest of Ardennes during World War II, a group of battle-hardened soldiers from the 101st Airborne Division found themselves stationed at a remote outpost known as Outpost 13. The war raged on all around them, but little did they know that the true horror they would face was not the enemy across the front lines, but something far more sinister within the depths of the forest. It was a cold and misty evening when the soldiers arrived at the desolate outpost. Their commanding officer, Captain Reynolds, gave them a simple directive: hold the outpost at all costs. The men had seen their fair share of combat, but the sense of unease was palpable as they settled into their makeshift bunkers and listened to the distant sounds of battle. As night descended upon the outpost, the soldiers took turns keeping watch. It was during the second watch, just after midnight, when Private Jameson noticed a faint, eerie melody in the air. He dismissed it as his imagination playing tricks on him, but the melody persisted, growing louder with each passing minute. Soon, the entire outpost could hear it, a haunting tune that seemed to emanate from the depths of the forest. Captain Reynolds ordered a reconnaissance patrol to investigate the source of the eerie music. 4 men, including Jameson, ventured into the dark woods. The dense fog obscured their vision, and the forest was silent except for the haunting melody. It was as if the very trees were whispering secrets. After what felt like an eternity, the patrol stumbled upon an abandoned cabin hidden in the heart of the forest. Its windows were shattered, and the door creaked ominously in the wind. The music was now deafening, seeming to come from within the cabin itself. Jameson, filled with dread, cautiously pushed open the door. Inside, they found a scene straight out of a nightmare. The cabin was adorned with faded, rotting wallpaper, and the air was thick with the stench of decay. In the center of the room, an old, decrepit piano played the haunting melody, its keys moving as if by an invisible hand. No one was in sight. The soldiers quickly retreated from the cabin, convinced that they had stumbled upon something supernatural. As they made their way back to Outpost 13, the haunting music followed them through the forest, growing louder and more frenzied with each step. When they returned to the outpost, Captain Reynolds ordered the cabin to be destroyed, hoping to silence the eerie music once and for all. But the melody only grew louder, and it seemed to come from all directions. Panic set in among the soldiers as they realized they were trapped in a nightmare. Night after night, the haunting melody tormented the soldiers of Outpost 13. Sleep-deprived and on the brink of madness, they became convinced that the forest itself was cursed. Some claimed to have seen ghostly figures lurking in the shadows, while others heard disembodied whispers in the night. Desperation led Captain Reynolds to request reinforcements, and eventually, the outpost was relieved. The soldiers left the haunted forest behind, but the memory of the eerie melody and the horrors they had witnessed haunted them for the rest of their days. To this day, the legend of Outpost 13 and its haunting melody persists, a chilling reminder of the true horrors that soldiers can encounter in war, and the terrors that lurk in the darkest corners of the world.